this video, we're going to explain what Hyrox is, and hopefully for those who are just starting their Hyrox journey, make you feel a little bit more confident about stepping onto the race course. Hi, my name's Ciaran. I am a PUMA ambassador. I've been competing in Hyrox for the last 4 seasons, and I currently hold the British record in the men's doubles.
Hi, my name's Zara Piergianni. I'm a UK Hyrox athlete and in the Elite 15, meaning I currently sit in the top 15 women in the world. Hyrox is one of the fastest growing functional races at the moment. It's made up of 8 stations with 8 1-kilometre runs in between, testing everything from your strength, endurance, power and coordination. There's a couple of divisions, so you can race on your own as solo, you can race as a pair, same sex or mixed, or you can race as a relay team, which means 4 of you compete and complete 2 1-kilometre stations and 2 stations each.
Yeah, I think Zara's explained it really well, to be fair there. I think it's more and more becoming like an endurance sport. I think at the beginning of it, everyone saw kind of the strength elements to Hyrox and thought you needed to be big and strong. I think now you see a lot more guys coming over from a running background or a triathlete background and understanding that Hyrox is fundamentally a running and an endurance race. And to be good at it, those are the key aspects to improve within your training. So Hyrox is the race for everybody, whether you are someone who's coming from a running background, a strength background, or even a gym class background. This is the sport that's going to be for you because there's so many different aspects to it, from, as I said, the strength side of things, the cardio side of things, and the endurance side of things.
And the best bit is it gives you such good variety of things to train for. So whether you are like me, coming from a strength background and actually enjoying a little bit of running, it kind of combines all of those things into one.
Yeah, for me, when I first got into the sport, I kind of did this type of training before it became a thing. I would be someone that would pair bench press with a salt bike just because I liked those 2 elements. And then when Hyrox became a thing, I was like, this is perfect for me.
And the best thing is, if you like to travel, there are races across the globe every single week. So you can always pair it with the trip away.
The great thing about a Hyrox race and training for a Hyrox is it's the same every single time. So you know exactly what you're training for. There's no surprises coming at you. And from a data perspective after the race, you know where you can improve and the areas that you were strong at. In terms of what's included in Hyrox, we have the 8 by 1 kilometre runs like Zara said. And then we go into the first station, which is a kilometre on the ski erg.
The second station is a 50-metre sled push.
The third station is a 50-metre sled pull.
The fourth station is 80-metre burpee broad jumps.
The fifth station is 1 kilometre on the rower.
The sixth station is 200 metres farmer's carry.
The 7th station is 100-metre sandbag walking lunges.
And the last station is 100 wall balls.
The great thing about Hyrox is it's the same event every time. So you know exactly what you're training for and you know exactly what you're about to face come race day.
And remember, it's always you versus you. Now, we know that does sound like a lot, but don't worry, at every race there are judges to help you through each station and remind you of what needs to be completed and the standards.
Yeah, and I think if you're going into your first race, the goal should be to complete rather than compete is the term I always use. I remember when I did my first race, I didn't actually realise that the sled pull had a rope. I thought it was some TRXs that you dragged it back with, and I had been training like that for 6 weeks. So when I got there on the day, I was like, oh well, this is a little bit different. But there's a lot more information out there now on social media about how to train for it and all the elements and everything that's involved. So don't feel like it sounds really daunting, like you can do this.
And as Ciaran says, your first race is all about getting a good baseline of data. So that actually off the back of that, you can look at your stats and start to understand where you might need to put your training focus if you want to go and do another one.
Cool, so what is your favourite and least favourite station then, Zara?
Cool, so my favourite station has to be the sandbag walking lunges. I'm strong single leg, and also because they come 7th, I know that I've only got 1 run in the wall balls to go. Okay. My least favourite station would have to be the burpee broad jumps. They come right in the middle of the race and they are a proper heart raiser of a station. But once you get past those, I think we're on the home straight. What about you?
I think this shows how different we are, because that's the complete opposite. I've got legs of a 6-year-old child, so the sandbag lunges are not good fun for me, whereas the burpees are my jam. So I normally always win the burpees, but the lunges I'm always like last.
Would be a good doubles pair.
Yeah, there we go. So if you're looking to get into the sport of Hyrox, there's over 1,000 Hyrox affiliated gyms to choose from. There's plenty of really good online coaches out there who've been competing in the sport who can share their expertise, or you literally just need to really start running. That could be something as simple as the starting point.
And also it's a great opportunity if there is a race local to you, actually just go and watch. There's nothing better than going to see the race in action and experience the atmosphere before you take part.
And Hyrox do a really good thing where if you actually volunteer at an event, you get yourself a free ticket for an upcoming event. So it's a really good opportunity to, as Zara said, engross yourself in the sport and then enter yourself into it as well. So another great thing about Hyrox is it appeals to kind of all demographics, from people as young as 16 all the way up to people as old as almost in their 70s. Like, everyone can compete, and when it comes to like podiums at the end of the day, they are done in age group specific categories. So those 16 not competing against 30-year-olds and 30-year-olds not competing against 70-year-olds.
The average completion time of a Hyrox race is around 90 minutes.
And you'll find that there's some people that will complete it as quickly as 55 minutes, and there's going to be some people that take over 2 hours. So just like a 5 or a 10K, there's a real broad difference in times. So you don't need to worry.
And don't worry, if you need to walk around the track just to get your breath back, that's absolutely fine. You'll see a lot of people doing that as well.
In terms of footwear for a Hyrox race, you want to find one shoe that does everything realistically. So finding a shoe that is stable for things like lunges and wall balls, and then also that has enough grip for the running and the sleds.
You also want to find something that's really comfortable, because you're going to be covering around 8 kilometers of running. So I always race in my PUMA DV8 Elites that are super light but also very comfortable and versatile across the rest of the stations.
Hopefully this video has helped for those who are looking for an introduction to Hyrox. Make sure that if you are keen, that you get yourself entered into the ballot.
And if you have got any more comments or questions, please put them below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.